So this is Geno Mondello. Geno and I should not say Geno and I. You took me out on your lobster boat for a fabulous lobster education.
Right.
Maybe, I don't know, 8 or 10 years ago.
A while ago.
Yeah, it was a lot. But we're going to talk about the lobster industry, but you also have the Dory Shop right down on Harbor Loop.
Yep.
And you build wooden dories.
That's right.
So can you talk to us about building wooden dories, but why is that important to this area? Why is a wooden dory culturally significant? Or maybe is it not culturally significant?
No, it is.
Yeah, okay.
Gloucester was famous for dory fishing from God knows how long.
Right.
And I think that ended in like 1952 was when Adventure was the last dory trawler out of Gloucester, gave it up. And it just kept on. People still wanted to row dories, and then you had the great schooner races back in the 20s and 30s, were all dory fishermen. And when that ended, somebody from Gloucester challenged Lunenburg, Nova Scotia dory fishermen to a dory race right out here.
Yeah.
And it's been really popular ever since.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
I was just saying the international dory race is still happening.
going.
Yeah, still going strong.
Yeah.
And you were supposed to head up to Nova Scotia this week,
Yes.
but instead we got you on our show.
Yes, they have not yet opened their borders. Maybe in the middle of August. But there'll be no dory races in Lunenburg this year, as there was no dory races here. We're going to have a fun race next Saturday, right off of the Coast Guard base.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So, Geno, were there shops set up all along the waterfront where people were building wooden dories?
I can only find information on one dory shop here in Gloucester. You go to Nova Scotia, there were like on every corner up there. And for some reason, the Gloucester boats all use Shelburne dories rather than Gloucester dories. And you had a dory shop up in Lowell who built a lot for some of the local boats, but the reason being they bought Shelburne because they were $1 cheaper. Because a dory back then only cost $5.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
It is.
So when you say Shelburne,
Nova Scotia.
well, yeah.
See, all the boats left here stopped in Shelburne to get bait,
Okay.
whatever they needed, then off to the Grand Banks. So they picked up their dories in
And
Shelburne.
saved a buck.
Saved a buck.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Geno, what goes into making a dory?
A lot of work.
Yeah. Where's the wood coming from? What kind of wood are you using?
Okay, the wood is all locally sourced.
Yeah.
Local eastern white pine and local white oak, which is basically coming from West Gloucester and Essex.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's enough. Well, you're not building 20 dories
No, but
a month.
there's still a big call for wood
Yeah.
for other projects besides dory building. But I was using a sawmill in West Gloucester right by the fire station. John Burlingham, I don't know if you know John, he used to own Zeke's Coffee Shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a sawmill and he used to cut all my wood for me, but he decided to retire again. But I have enough left to do maybe 3 more dories. And then I don't know.
Where you'll get the
Supposedly
wood.
there's somebody in Essex cutting wood, but I haven't seen him yet.
Oh, and what are the dimensions of a dory that you're building?
Depending on, there's 3 different basic dimensions. One's called a single dory, which is 17 overall, 13 on the bottom. The next one's called a bastard dory, which is 18 overall and 14 on the bottom. And the double dory, called the trawl dory, that's 20 feet overall, 15 on the bottom.
And you have this little shop right next to the Maritime Heritage
Right.
Center
Yep.
called the Dory Shop, and you build the dory inside there.
I'm building one right now as we speak.
Yeah. Which one are you building?
I am building the bastard dory.
And why is it called the Bastard?
Because it was in between the single dory and the double dory, so they called it a bastard.
They call it the redheaded
That's all I
ones. They
know.
went
Yeah.
with best.
Yeah.
How long does the process take, start to finish?
Anywheres from 2 weeks to 6 weeks, depending on how much time I put into it.
Yeah.
And I built them as little as 24 hours. I built 3 for the Perfect Storm movie. They wanted them in a real big hurry.
Oh yeah.
They didn't pick them up for 6 weeks, so I built 3 in less than a week.
Wow.
So, and Geno, who's buying them? Are they recreationists? Are they?
Well, I built 4 this since January. I built one for the YMCA to use as a display type thing in their lobby. I built one for the fellow across the harbor in that big fancy house next to the paint factory.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Put in his garden to put flowers in.
That's a fine use for a dory.
And I built one for a local guy, local fisherman, just
Yeah.
for recreation.
Yeah.
And I built another small dory for the Heritage Center as a display. And the one I'm building now is for them to raffle off.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So there's the dory rowing
Yes.
people in the harbor.
Yeah.
Are those your dories?
Yes, yeah.
So people can see all those
All those dories. Yeah.
rowers out there.
Yeah, right behind Minglewood, this where they tie them up.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. They're beautiful boats.
Yeah.
They
You want
really
one?
are. I do want one. Yeah. So let's
For the
have
garden? Or
I have water.
for Folly Cove?
Yeah, Folly Cove.
you'll
It's
take
a
a
little
beating for
heavy
Folly
to
Cove.
pick up.
Yeah, they weigh about 400 pounds.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to figure that out.
Yeah.
But I do want one. So let's talk about the lobster industry also, because you haven't been lobstering, you told us, because of your shoulder.
Right.
Yeah.
As we speak, I'll be putting traps on the boat today.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And how many traps do you have?
I'm just going to fish 200 this year.
Just 200, one guy alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So do you have any, there's been a lot happening in the lobster industry in the past, 3 years. The tariffs.
It's okay. The camera's here up.
Not a problem.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy things going on in the lobster industry.
Yeah.
But the good thing about it drove the price sky high,
Yeah.
Right?
you know?
Yeah.
So are lobster fishermen kind of happy about
Yeah,
that?
they are.
Yeah.
You know, this time of year we normally get anywhere from 3 to 3 1/4 all summer long. Now it's 650 to 675. That's a big jump.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
But what was it like? I mean, not being able to get out there for those few months.
Well, I don't fish those months anyways, but for the guys that I talked to, they were aggravated.
Yeah.
There's never been a right whale caught in local waters by a lobster trap.
Exactly.
Or Massachusetts. So why did Massachusetts get targeted
Right.
and no other states?
And we're talking about, so this is the vertical lines, right?
Yeah.
And because the tides are so much smaller here than in the northern waters, there's just the entanglements don't happen here.
No.
So, and now, but this enforcement is still going to be happening next February as well.
Yeah, they may extend it. It may last for 6 months.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And there's really not an explanation. Is there a good answer for
No.
why Massachusetts?
No.
Yeah.
Because they evidently in the spring they migrate here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
And I've heard talk of sort of remote control operated traps where there's no line.
It's not going to happen.
Right.
I mean, guys sit on top of each other now with GPSs and lines, with no lines and no buoys.
Yeah.
It's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So, Geno, what is your day normally like now when you're working on a dory? And are there you get curious people poking in and checking out the shop and wanting to hang out and,
Oh,
and
yeah.
kill your time that
And
way?
they can, right? You let people show
Yeah,
up.
they can
and,
come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great shop to visit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, he's got a wood stove going there in the fall, and
Yeah.
people just show up, play music sometimes,
And
right?
we cook.
Yeah, he cooks on the wood stove. It's a great place.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Yeah.
Yeah, more the merrier.
Your door's open, right?
It's always open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, right on Harbor
Yeah.
Loop
Right on Harbor Loop.
in
Yeah.
downtown Gloucester. Awesome
Exactly,
stuff.
right?
Yeah.
You'll be rowing my dory soon.
Yeah.
400 pounds?
Well, you can take a chance at the Heritage Center, $1 a chance for this,
Definitely
for
doing
this new
that.
dory.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done it like 10 years in a row, and a couple of them got won by local people. So,
I will be there.
Yeah.
I will be. So wait, we should mention that they're having a benefit, right? The Maritime
Yes.
Heritage Center.
Yeah.
So we should talk about that. What's the date?
well, we were going to auction it off on what we call our Heritage Days on Labor Day weekend during the schooner race.
Yeah.
But because of the pandemic, they really didn't get out there to sell any tickets, so it's going to be Christmas.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Very
Great.
nice.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, you can watch Geno do his thing down
Yeah.
on Harbor Loop.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, Geno Mondello, thanks so much for your
Alrighty.
time. We appreciate it.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
And
really.
yeah, we're gonna have to swing by. Maybe we do a show from the shop sometime.
I
should.
think that
I'm
would
all
be
for
great.
it.
Yeah.
Right? We've
Yeah.
got the Maritime Heritage Center there, the Adventure,
Yeah.
and the Dory Shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That sounds
should
like a
do that.
blast.
Yeah. Come on down.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers. Thank
Come
you so much.
in the fall and winter when the stove's going and we got something cooking.
Yeah.
It's the best.
I'm in.
Last time there's a huge pan of paella.
Paella.
I'll never forget that. Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. And he has the best recipe for cod cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Alrighty.
Hey, Geno, if people want to find you or learn more about you, is it literally just go down to Harbor
Yeah,
Loop?
go
or
to
do you have-
Harbor Loop or contact the Heritage Center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. You're not on Facebook.
I am, but not as the Dory Shop.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Well, I'm on there as Dory Builder, but it has nothing to do with the Dory Shop except the music. The
Okay.
music part's on my Facebook.
Oh, that's important. So
Yeah.
Geno, Geno Mondello, Dory Builder.
Just Dory Builder. That's
Oh,
it.
Dory Builder. Oh,
That's it.
okay, not Geno. Okay,
Right.
great. And that's how we find out what kind of music is playing there
Yeah,
in the Dory
that's
Shop?
right, yeah.
Great.
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah, thanks for
Alrighty.
stopping
All
by.
right.